That week, Sarah and Mrs. Compson finished the second suite and started a third, working on the manor in the mornings and quilting in the afternoons. On Thursday, Sarah completed the Contrary Wife block and began another, which Mrs. Compson called the Lemoyne Star. Mrs. Compson must have liked the pattern herself, since it appeared in several of the quilts she had taken from the cedar chest. Thursday was also the day Sarah remembered Gwen's request. "You know that group of quilters I told you about?" she asked as she traced a figure onto the template plastic. Mrs. Compson kept her eyes on her quilting. "No, I've never made their acquaintance." "Actually, you do know one of them, Bonnie Markham. But you know what I mean. Do you remember them?" "How could I remember them if I've never met them?" Sarah decided to start over. "Last week, when I went to the Tangled Web Quilters meeting, I met a woman named Gwen Sullivan. She's a professor at Waterford College." "How very nice for her." "She's teaching a course on the history of American folk art, and she wondered if you might be willing to be a guest speaker." "Really?" Mrs. Compson set down her quilt hoop. "Does she want me to teach the class how to quilt, or to teach them about quilt history?"